2026 Chevrolet Silverado exists in a market that has become quietly complicated. Full-size trucks are no longer judged only by how much they can tow or how tough they look in a parking lot. They're expected to be work tools, family vehicles, long-distance commuters, and increasingly, rolling technology platforms. The Silverado's role today is not to redefine the truck, but to hold a steady center in a segment that's pulling itself in several directions at once. Welcome to Pro Auto Analyst. This is where we break down vehicles beyond the spec sheet, focusing on how they actually fit into real life, real work, and long-term ownership. Now, let's get into what the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado is really about. At its core, the Silverado is designed to solve a very practical problem: how to deliver real capability without forcing the owner to live with constant compromises. Some trucks chase extremes: maximum torque, extreme off-road credentials, or dramatic interiors that feel more like concept cars than work vehicles. The Silverado takes a more measured approach. It's built for people who actually use their trucks most days, not just talk about using them. That philosophy shows up first in how Chevrolet balances power and drivability. The Silverado continues to offer a range of engines, from efficient turbocharged options to traditional V8s and a torque-focused diesel. The point isn't variety for its own sake, it's matching power delivery to real usage. The V8s remain smooth and predictable under load, which matters more over years of towing than headline numbers. The diesel's value isn't speed, it's range, low-end pull, and a calmer driving experience when hauling heavy loads over long distances. Chevrolet isn't chasing the loudest or fastest option, it's prioritizing consistency. Comfort is treated with the same pragmatism. The Silverado doesn't pretend to be a luxury SUV, but it no longer feels like a penalty box either. Ride quality is tuned to absorb broken pavement without becoming floaty, which is harder to achieve in a truck than it sounds. The seats, especially in mid and upper trims, are built for long hours behind the wheel, not just showroom impressions. This matters because many Silverado owners spend entire workdays in their trucks, not weekend drives. Technology in the 2026 Silverado is best understood by what it doesn't try to do. Chevrolet avoids flashy interfaces that demand attention. The screens are large and clear, but the layout stays grounded in physical usability. Buttons where you expect them, menus that don't require a learning curve. Driver assistance features are available, including hands-free highway driving in supported areas, but they're positioned as fatigue reduction tools, not replacements for attentiveness. That restraint builds trust, especially for owners who plan to keep the truck well beyond a lease cycle. Long-term ownership confidence is where the Silverado quietly makes its strongest case. Chevrolet's engineering decisions lean toward proven systems rather than experimental ones. Transmissions are tuned for durability, not theatrics. The chassis prioritizes stability under load, which reduces wear over time. Even the interior materials, while not always flashy, are selected for longevity. Surfaces that resist scuffing and controls that still feel solid after years of use. Daily usability is another area where the Silverado feels intentionally thought through. The bed design, tailgate functionality, and cabin storage solutions are aimed at real-work scenarios, not novelty. Visibility remains good for a truck of this size, which reduces fatigue and stress in urban driving. This matters because many Silverado owners split their time between job sites, highways, and suburban streets. In terms of future readiness, the Silverado takes a cautious but realistic stance. It doesn't bet the truck's identity on a single technology trend. Instead, it leaves room for gradual evolution, software updates, expanded driver assistance, and powertrain improvements, without forcing early adopters to absorb unnecessary risk. This approach may seem conservative, but for a truck that people depend on for income and daily transportation, it's a strength. So who is the 2026 Silverado really for? It's for buyers who want a truck that works every day without constantly reminding them of its complexity. It suits contractors, fleet operators, and families who need capability without drama. It's not for someone chasing the boldest design statement or the most radical technology experiment. And it doesn't try to be. The Silverado's design and driving experience reinforce this identity. The exterior is confident but restrained. The interior supports long-term use rather than short-term wow factor. On the road, it feels stable, predictable, and capable, qualities that don't trend on social media but matter deeply in ownership. In a segment full of noise, the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado stands out by staying grounded. It represents continuity, balance, and quiet competence. And for many truck buyers, that's exactly the point. If this kind of real-world, no-hype analysis helps you make better vehicle decisions, hit like, subscribe to Pro Auto Analyst, and let me know in the comments what truck you want broken down next.